Om Agnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Churunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, welcome to all of you for today's session. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 17th chapter, 16th sloka onwards. We have to discuss. So in yesterday's class, we were seeing there was appearance of Jaya and so Niranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. So while they are appearing, that means when they took birth, there are so many natural calamities and also so much disturbance in universe. There is a lot of darkness because of dense clouds, and inauspicious planets are shining so much, and like this jackals are just, so they are vomiting fire and they are crying like anything. Donkeys are running here and there. Those symptoms actually we can see, these are all so indicating that appearance of demons. Whenever there is an appearance of demons, these kind of things, this kind of indications will be there in the universe. So finally, we have seen in the 15th sloka, these Chatush Kumaras, they were not at all having any fear of this because they know Jaya and Vijaya are only appearing in the form of Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, except those Chatush Kumaras. Remaining all demigods, they were all worried. So what is going to happen? So till here we discussed. Prabhuji is there? Nimayanitai Prabhu? He's hearing outside. He was asking a doubt, that's why. I think he's hearing. Huh? Yeah. Sorry, Prabhu. Yeah. No. He asked already. Just I am bringing his attention only. Just I will repeat. Huh? Actually, Prabhuji is asking, Yesterday we were discussing that Shraddha. If one who has Shraddha means he should not, like I was saying that, so looking for politics and hearing, other than Krishna consciousness, these things. So if he is going then such a things, then he doesn't have Shraddha, I said. This na Prabhu? So you want to repeat? You want to present in your words maybe?
Yeah. Yesterday Prabhuji was mentioning that somebody staying in ashram and he for entertainment goes to YouTube or WhatsApp or some political news and in between half an hour. So that means he doesn't have even Shraddha. So my question was that Prabhuji, that time I liked very much this point. In the night I was thinking that how to understand this, because somebody who's dedicated his life, so he must be having some Shraddha to the Lord. That's why he is dedicated. So how to understand Prabhuji is telling this?
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. So, so he might be having some Shraddha, but not the Dhrida Shraddha. Dhrida Shraddha he is not having. So, Shraddha is also many types, Uttama, Madhyama and Kanishta. So, those who have weak Shraddha, that means not strong, not Dhrida Shraddha. So, because of this, what will happen? That keeping himself continuously in devotional activity, direct devotional activities for the Krishna. That means uninterrupted devotional activities. Devotion means what we have seen already. So, in the case of Sangha Siddha and Aropa Siddha, Vyavadhana, it means it's not an uninterrupted devotion, sorry. Even if you work for the whole day, so some do karma and finally if you have a result, so that is also known as devotion, but that devotion is not considered here in the case of pure devotion. Because already we have seen, whenever when you say Gnana Karma Dhyana Vritam, that is eliminating, that adjective is eliminating Aropa Siddha and also Sangha Siddha. So only Sakshat Bhakti, and also that we have to do for Anu. Anushilanam means, Anu means always, continuous, and for the pleasure of Krishna. So because, yeah, that is also fact actually, because Jivatma by nature is servant of the Lord, and it is meant for serving the Lord without any interruption. Means, if it claims that I am Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, so if whenever he claims like that, immediately is falling from his Swarupa Sthiti. That means the right consciousness Sthiti. So that is known as interruption actually. So that's why Gnana Mishra and also Aropa Siddha is rejected, because in that case, so someone is claiming himself as some with bodily designations he is claiming, and based upon that doing work, and after that result he is offering. So in that case we don't say it is considered as a pure devotion, Sakshat Bhakti. But what is, so such a Sakshat Bhakti one should do for 24 hours for the pleasure of Krishna. So to do this, what is needed? For that person there is a need to have Shraddha. Shraddha is a qualification of person. By having Dhrida Shraddha, what will happen? He can engage himself 24 hours in direct devotional service for pleasure of Krishna. But if he doesn't have such a Dhrida Shraddha, he may get the interruption actually. Because the result of not having Dhrida Shraddha means he cannot engage himself in such a continuous direct devotional activities. So that's why if anyone, that means of course might be we are joining as a brahmachari, so definitely we have certain kind of Shraddha, definitely there is no doubt in that. But if someone is getting that means feeling bored of the bhakti or otherwise whatever reason. So whatever reason means, so someone is forgetting Krishna for some time, or otherwise while doing that activity also if he remember Krishna, then it's fine. But he forgot about the Krishna and he is acting on this simply, that means some entertainment platform is coming. So that means it's the interruption actually. So Suddha Bhakti means uninterrupted, unmotivated. That means there is no interruption should be there. Ahaituki and apratihata. So that is another meaning of Anyabhilasha Sunyam and Jnana Karma Dhyanavritta means. Jnana Karma Dhyanavritta means apratihata. So Anyabhilasha Sunim means ahaitiki. These two are the alternative words for this. So that's why there is no interruption for this direct devotional service. That means if we come out from that, and if we understand himself as body and something, bodily platform is coming and acting, so that means entertainment means coming to the bodily platform. So then in this case, so there is interruption. Then this kind of sadhana is not so Suddha sadhana bhakti. So this is, it can be initially, it will be possible, but for this what he has to need, he has to develop so strong faith. So strong faith, it looks like very simple word, but if you open the stomach of that strong faith, it demands the result of the strong faith is, the symptom of strong faith is the complete surrenderance. That means one is coming out from all the bodily designations. That's why pure devotional service, that means Suddha Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti for the beginners, so is possible when one should come out from the, so all the kinds of designations, as Srila Prabhupada is writing in Nectar of Devotion. We'll read this for a while. So in this, in the ending of the introduction, he is writing, as long as, in the Nectar of Devotion introduction ending he is writing, as long as one identifies himself as belonging to a certain family, a certain society, or a certain person, he is said to be covered with designations. When one is fully aware that he doesn't belong to any family, society, or country, but is eternally related to Krishna, he then realizes that his energy should be employed not in the interest of so-called family, society, or country, but in the interest of Krishna. This is the purity of the purpose and the platform of pure devotional service in Krishna consciousness. So one should come out from all the designations. All means all. That means this is the explanation for the purport for the Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam Tatpare Nirmalatvam. And before that he is writing actually, so Anyabhilasha Sunyam, for that all these purports, these paragraphs are related to that. That means Anushalana means doing by body and mind and speech. So like that, Prabhupada is explaining about a sadhana bhakti here in this purport. So that's why if someone is coming to this platform, that means instead of acting, that means there is a break. That means he's taking break for his bhajan. So at that time, because of in the Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti before Anartha Nivritti, he can have this some kind of, that means non-sinful sense gratification he may do, but at the time also he should think that, oh, I am going off track and this is not correct, but I am not able to stop myself, and I am really, that means he is sincerely trying to come out. So while sincerity he is maintaining, because of sincerity he will maintain, even if he is going for the off track for the while and taking the pleasure in the material things, so which are not sinful, then in that case he is feeling very bad for that. That should be there. If that is there, so then in that case also, even that sense gratification is done, but it's not the license for doing sense gratification, but there is a sincerity should be there that, oh, why I am disconnecting myself from Krishna in this moment? Why I am forgetting myself in this? So it is wrong actually, I should not do. So but because of anartha, he is forcibly, but if someone is voluntarily he is going, that means with desire he is going out from the Krishna consciousness and taking some material, that means enjoyment, then in that case there are two possibilities are there. He might not have understood the Krishna consciousness and he may not have the strong faith because of not understanding the depthness of the importance of Krishna consciousness. That can be the one reason. Another is, you might have studied all the Shastras and he understood everything and he got the Kripa of the pure devotee, but still if he is going like that, the reason is the offenses whatever he has, and that will bringing the result, that means that is giving this kind of effect. So because of offenses we get the 5 kinds of the, so unwanted things, 5 results. What are that? So I said already, crookedness, I said or not? Second is faithless. So faithlessness. So third one is material attraction. That means bhakti nishta chavaka vastvantra abhinivesha. That means material attraction. And fourth one is so slackness. That means saithilyam. And fifth one is so abhimana. That means I am great devotee. Bhakti kruta abhimana. So that means he was in association of pure devotees and he got the kripa from them, and also he read these shastras and he also understood the what is pure devotion, and that is also very much clearly understandable by him through the logic and through the shastra, and deeply understood. There is no doubts in that. But still he is feeling, so sometimes I should go out from Krishna consciousness and have some kind of happiness other than the Krishna consciousness. That means that is indicating the presence of anarthas, offenses. So then you cannot, that means that offenses will lead to the asraddha actually. And asraddha will make him to leave the process and do something else. Yeah.
So he has some Shraddha, is it termed in some way that Shraddha, because of which he is still in Bhakti?
He has some, definitely, but okay, not strong Shraddha. The Shraddha is not there.
Okay. And these offenses will take him outside. So not everyone is leaving. So what kind of things will happen that offenses, or somebody doing more offenses or more neglectful, so what will take him out?
So if he neglectful, and then that means as a practitioner you should immediately understand that, oh actually I understood everything, and but still I am out. That means instead of executing continuous service to the Lord, that means Jiver Surupere Hoy Krishna Nityadas. That means the continuous activity of Jivatma is that means the constitutional activity of Jivatma is serving Krishna directly. So we need to keep anything in between. No need to keep anything in between. There should not be any vyavadhana. So you should not fall out from that consciousness. So but in that case, so but he is still falling out. That means we can troubleshoot. Maybe he is ignorant of the bhakti shastras and the value of the bhakti. He might not understood. He might be simple person and he might not understood the value of the bhakti so deeply. And he might be having some questions. Because of that it can happen. So then in that case he has to deeply study the bhakti shastras, or otherwise sometimes he might not got the kripa from the pure devotees. He is studying shastras but there is not getting such a faith. Then he didn't get the kripa, or otherwise. So another reason is, so even he got the association of pure devotees, and also he is understood very thoroughly, many years he is there in this process and understanding very deeply, but still the feeling means offenses are there. Then finally is offenses. And because of these offenses, what extent he can go, so it's very severe actually. Because material attraction will lead to do more and more offenses actually. So if he started getting attracted for the material things, let example, maybe the devotee is now attraction for the post and position. And because of this attraction, he will start offending so many Vaishnavas. And that Vaishnava Aparadha will lead to the further Vaishnava Aparadha. In the case of Daksha Prajapati, when he offended Lord Shiva, in the next life, he started offending Narada Muni also. Aparadha will lead to another Aparadha. And that Aparadha will lead to another Aparadha. And it is like a chain effect. And aparadha is also going to lead the ashraddha and making you, even after understanding so many deeply the bhakti philosophy, it will not allow you to do the bhakti. That means ashraddha it will lead. Then not only that, one more thing, it will lead to the material attraction actually, very surprisingly. And it will lead to the material attraction, and that is very troublesome. And all of a sudden he will be feeling that, so something is happening in his consciousness, and very different ideas he will be getting. So let have this thing, that thing, let me have my own wealth, let me have my own flat, and let me have my own something, security. That means instead of surrendering to the Krishna, it's gone actually. And he will not understand that where he is going also. It will be covering. Aparadha is so powerful actually. And it will cover the completely the consciousness. That's why we should always with the doctors, spiritual doctors, who will detect our disease and immediately notify us, hey, where are you going, man? You are suffering with this disease. And their treatment we should take, and so we have to come back to our healthy stage. Otherwise, it's very difficult. Without association, without help of sadhus, we cannot progress. It's a very, very difficult actually. And if you neglectful with the Vaishnava dealing, and if you don't care for the Vaishnavas, and gone. It's impossible actually. Bhakti mein vriddhi hona asambhav hai actually. It's impossible. Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Ruji. So I understand that if I have offenses in my account already. So not to aggravate and not to go out, what I have to do is two things which you just now said is that associate with advanced devotees, and second, you mentioned just now.
Yeah, associating with the advanced devotees, and also reading that means deep. Maybe it might be still some kind of unclarity might be there in the supremacy of the bhakti. That's why we should read the pure devotees' prayers actually. How they are seeing the material world, how they are seeing material wealth, how they are seeing the association of devotees, how they are valuing the bhakti, how they are so feeling the importance of the other Vaishnavas. So those moods we should grab actually. We should always dwell in that. That we should dwell with the help of serious devotees. And we should take their association, and in their association we should keep on discussing this. This will make us to develop such a consciousness. So we will be developing such a consciousness, and it will be so help us. That means many times now in the beginning stage, if someone have pure Shraddha, that means Dhrudha Shraddha, how to act and how to see the things, that kind of confusion also will be there. So now how to see the things, how to see the material world, those things also we should learn. That's why Bhagavatam is the savior actually, is everything for us. And that's why the important thing is we should enter into the mood of pure devotees. We should follow their mood and see how they are so behaving and how they are acting, how they are seeing even sometimes we may get the material difficulty. So immediately we'll lose. That means because of out of some, most of the times maybe some material comfortability till the time we have, we feel that okay and okay. But anyway, some seriously some problem comes, then we'll understand what kind of faith we have. So all this shaken and radical thinking may come against the Krishna consciousness. And radically we behave that what is the use of these Vaishnavas, left and right blaming them. So this will happen actually. These are all resulting that either he might not be having the proper understanding of bhakti, or otherwise if he has understanding but still is feeling means he has so many offenses. Yes.
So as I understand, Prabhuji, respect, serving and observing great devotees, associating with them, and with other devotees being very respectful and mindful of proper dealings.
Yes, yes.
So that is why you mentioned that hearing about how prayers depict how they are dealing with great devotees and how they are mindful of the regular devotees, that will help us understand correct thing. Otherwise, these 5 things will happen with me. Am I rightly understanding?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. So we'll continue our discussion from here, from 16th sloka onwards. So yesterday just we recall one thing, this asaratvam, that means vairabhavam, not asaratvam. Vairabhavam, whatever vairabhavam Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha they are having, that is actually not real, but that is only abhasa. Yes? Shadow. That's simply shadow. That means shadow vairabhava only they have. But in the case, that means they are forgetting the position of Krishna and fighting with him and giving the blaspheme. All these are just a shadow only. Like in the case of, sometimes we have seen in the case of Mother Yashoda Maya, so she is a completely transcendental all the time. And Lord's mother, but got illusioned by Putana. That illusion is not real illusion. That means it's not that the now Maya Shakti, Mahamaya is overcoming the Yoga Maya. No. That is only Leela Shakti will make that so that Leela will be so transcendental and beautiful, so Lord will get pleasure from that. So this is the thing. And but in the case of Jaya and Vijaya case, it became even more actually. Their ignorance of the Lord, forgetting of the Lord and blaspheming, this is more. That means compared to the Yashoda Maya, this ignorance, shadow ignorance is more. That's shadow ignorance only, not the real ignorance or a real Vaira Bhava. So that we have seen. Then after that further, and Sanat Kumaras, they don't have any kind of, fear for this Jaya and Vijaya appearance because they know everything. They have seen with their own eyes. We'll read this purport. According to Bhagavad Gita 7th chapter, the laws of nature are so stringent that it is impossible for the living entity to surpass their enforcement. It is also explained that only those who are fully surrendered to Krishna in Krishna consciousness can be saved. So fully means fully only, Baba. Don't make this word as a half word. That means हमारे दिमाग के अनुसार जितना हमारा मन अलाउ करती उतना अर्थ लेते हैं फुल्ली का. वो ऐसा मत लेना है. It is because of our modes, we have green color specs, then we'll see everything green. So since we have some kind of not ready to surrender, so then we take the convenient meaning, which is supporting our present surrender. So that much only we take meaning of fully. That is a main problem with the English words actually. Fully means fully surrendered to Krishna. Many times Prabhupada uses this word actually. That means full surrender is the beginning of pure devotion. Full surrender to Krishna in Krishna consciousness can be saved. Why not? That means if you surrender half, then Krishna will take care of you. No. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sadhaiva bhajamiham. If you surrender, that means you submitted yourself. I am not someone's wife or husband or son or daughter or this or that, Brahmana, Kshatriya, neither Brahmachari, Grihastha, or ashram belong to this country, that country, this state, everything, all you left all these designations. Nobody is my savior, but Krishna is only my savior. And with this kind of feeling, if you surrender, then he will take care of that person. Otherwise, so जितना आप पकड़ के रखेंगे वो भी उतना ही आपको पकड़ेंगे. तो वो बोल रहे हैं आपको छोड़ने के लिए, आप बोल रहे हैं आप पहले पकड़ो तो उसके बाद मैं छोड़ता हूँ. लेकिन वो बोलते हैं पहले तुम छोड़ो तब मैं पकड़ता हूँ. तो मेरा ऊपर विश्वास रखो. आप बोलते हैं कि मेरे ऊपर विश्वास रखो तुम. लेकिन वो कौन जीतेंगे? वही जीतता है एक्चुअली. या
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I heard somewhere that pure devotee is one also. There is one category of pure devotee who follows the pure devotee completely. So here also fully surrendered means those who is following fully surrendered devotee. Is like that?
Krishna and his pure devotees, you can take. So full surrender to Krishna. That's why Krishna Anuselanam means Krishna, Guru and pure, that means who are in the pure devotional platform, sadhus. All you can take. So Anukulya and Krishna Anuselanam is said, na? Anuselanam means doing worship. It means doing service. So service to whom? Krishna. Only Krishna there? No, Guru also. Also the devotees who are fully surrendered to Krishna. Serving them also is direct service.
So at my level I cannot see Krishna. So I cannot able to fully surrender because I don't have that much faith or I am not able to see.
ऐसे नहीं चलता है. To Krishna, without understanding Krishna, how can you surrender to the devotees? So that's why Shastrartha Vishwasaha. So this is, sadhus are helping. Ultimately, definitely, immediately you might not be having, so who is Krishna? But, so one should definitely approach the sadhus and Guru. They will bring you to make you to full surrender to Krishna. So before getting the full surrender to Krishna, whom you are seeing, you might be following them, but what should be the outcome of that? Full surrender to the Krishna only. That should be there actually. Then he is right understanding. With the right understanding, he is surrendered to the, he is surrendering to the pure devotees. But he doesn't know who is pure devotee, and if you say he fully surrendered to someone, and can you consider him also now pure devotee? No, we cannot consider. Because, so we don't know whom he is following. You are getting my point? No.
Yes, that is my next question. That somebody who are following, but we don't know he is fully surrendered or not. So how we can conclude that I am fully surrendered or not, even though I desire it?
Yes. So see, when we get the mercy of pure devotee, we can understand that. So pure devotion begins with the mercy of pure devotee. And for us already mercy is there from our Guru and also sadhus. So they gave, and we know what is pure devotee and who is from these books. Many times is written actually. In many places the symptoms are given. So that's why we cannot say that we don't know. That's why books are also given to us. And study, read and understand. Yes.
Prabhu, in this whole discussion, what is the role of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, added mercy?
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only gave this definition, Anyabhilasha Sunyam Gnana Karmadhyana. That is a mercy. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only brought this pure devotional service to everyone. Before that, so this is not so prominent in the society. That is this concept of Anyabhilasha Sunyam was given by whom? That's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is added mercy for us. Before that, this concept, this Anyabhilasha Sunyam Gnana Karma Dhyana, they don't find in any sampradaya actually. This is the beauty of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually. And that means sometimes some sampradayas, they do karma arpanam also dasyam, but it is rejected in our sampradaya. That is the mercy of Chaitanya.
Prabhuji, that your lecture I heard that Bhakti Prakar. So you mentioned that 14 types of bhaktis. So can you give some practical example of each of that?
14, that Sangha Siddha Bhakti, that is also Karma Mishra Bhakti, Karma Gnana, Kaivalya Kama. That's already Jiva Goswami given from that book. So in the Bhagavatam, where you can find that Bhakti, for every Bhakti he gave the example. And further lectures it is there.
I had one only.
That's right. You should hear another. Hear others lectures also. Full course. Everything there actually. Jiva Goswami everything clearly explained for each type of bhakti, what is example from the Shastra, and then after that finally establishes what is Suddha Bhakti. And that means direct devotional service for the sake of pleasure. That means Kevala Swarupa Siddha Bhakti. That means Bhakti Matra Kama Kevala Swarupa Siddha Bhakti is equal to the Suddha Bhakti, which is equivalent to the Anyabhilasha Sunyam Gnana Karmadhyana Avritam Anukulam Krishna Anuselam. That back-to-back mapping also we did actually. After discussing types of bhakti, in that what is pure bhakti is discussed. Then after that we equated this bhakti with the Rupa Goswami's definition. And Rupa Goswami also gave Narada Muni, Rupa Goswami also equated with the Narada Muni's definition about the pure devotion. Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam Tatparena Nirmalattam. This is Narada Muni's definition. Both are Anyabhilasha Sunyam, Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam, both are saying same thing. Definition. You know mapping each? Word mapping? Shall I tell? Okay. So here you see Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam Tatparena Nirmalattam Hrishikena Hrishikesa Sevanam Bhakti Ruchite is equal to Anyabhilasha Sunyam Gnana Karma Dhyanavrtam Anukulen Krishna Anuselanam Bhakti Ruttama. So how to map this? So which word is matching with which? So that's a Tatparena means Anukulyena. Mane Bhagavan ki par hona. Tatparena Bhagavan. Tatparena means, Tat means what we should take here? Bhagavan. Bhagavad Parena means becoming favorable to Lord. That means Anukulyena. Tatparena is equal to, Tatparatvena is equal to Anukulyena. Okay. Sarvopadi Vinirmuktum means Anyavilasha Sunyam. Nirmalatvam means Jnana Karma Janavrutam. Next, Sevanam means Anushelanam. That is Uttama Bhakti. We will discuss this Anyavilasha Sunyam commentaries by Srila Jiva Goswami some other time. Then it will become more. That the whole Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Krupa means this only. Defining the pure devotion service. Rupa Goswami was taught by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Philosophy, everything. Then Rupa gave all the definitions based upon the references, by quoting references from the Shastra. So Rupa Goswami made this Anyavilasha Sunyam. But he is saying that I am not just making this, So this is said by Narada Muni, the pure devotee. Like that he is showing. But Rupa Goswami didn't match word by word. But Jiva Goswami is coming and he is saying that, see, my Acharya, Rupa Goswami, whatever he said, that means, so that's Narada Muni definition is his definition is same. How it is same, he is showing that. Every Acharya is beautifying whatever is said by previous Acharya. Nobody can go out of track actually. How can you expect that actually? And the symptom of this pure devotion is full surrender. See, everywhere Prabhupada says this. The symptom of Drashraddha is full surrender. And we should take, that means the weight of the words should be taken. Since if we hear from Lunjapunja devotee, then you will also get the Lunjapunja meanings of each words. ऊपर चलता है, कुछ भी चलेगा, काम चलेगा, इस प्रकार की भाव आ जाता है. उतना ही श्रद्धा है ना हमारे पास, उनके पास तो वो उतना ही क्रिएट करेंगे. बट प्रभुपाद गिव एवरीथिंग. Full surrender to Krishna in Krishna consciousness can be saved. So you should check, that means Krishna can be saved, whom he is saving when we surrender fully. इसको क्यों भूल जाते हैं आप तो और भगवान के अतिरिक्त बहुत कुछ चीज़ों पर सरेंडर हैं, पत्नी की प्रति, पति की प्रति, और इसकी बैंक बैलेंस की प्रति, सिस्टम्स की प्रति. तो देन व्हाई ही विल सेव यू? He will not save. We can learn from the description of Srimad Bhagavatam that it is because of the birth of two great demons that there were so many natural disturbances. It is to be indirectly understood, as previously described, that when there are constant disturbance on the earth, that is an omen that someone demonic people have been born, or that demonic population has increased. In former days, there were only two demons, those born of Diti. Yet there were so many disturbances. At the present day, especially in the age of Kali, these disturbances are always visible, which indicates that the demonic population has certainly increased. We are all demons actually. Somehow by the association of devotees we came, so some little devotion we are trying to do. So in the Kali Yuga also this happens. So demons also will enter in the form of the dresses, like they will be dressing like sadhus and cheating. Yeah. To check the increase of demonic population, the Vedic civilization enacted so many rules and regulations of social life. The most important of which is the Garbhadhana process for begetting good children. In Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna informed Krishna that if there is unwanted population, Varna Sankara, the entire world will appear to be hell. People are very anxious for the peace of the world, but there are so many unwanted children born without benefit of the Garbhadhana ceremony, just like the demons born from Diti. This is happening actually. So without, that means purification process. You might be saying, hey Prabhu, Garbhadhana Samskara is only for the Varnashrama people, we don't want, we are pure devotees. First of all, you should check that, whether you are in the qualifying that means you are eligible for to claim yourself pure devotee or not. First check it actually. That means complete surrender. Whoever is completely surrendering, they are given with this privilege of not to follow any kind of the dharma. So that means those who transcended that means all the upadhis they left. माई बाप कोई भी हमको जरूरत नहीं, परिवार पत्नी बच्चे धन दौलत जागरी जावलत कुछ नहीं चाहिए, ऐसा जो भी आके छोड़ के सब भगवान की 24 घंटा हम निरंतर उनका सेवा ही करूंगा, कुछ मिले ना मिले, कुछ हो ना हो, लेकिन फिर भी मैं उन्हीं का सेवा करूंगा, ऐसा जिसका श्रद्धा है उनके लिए तो कोई जरूरत नहीं. बट we are not in that platform, but we take the privileges given to that platform, and we are actually not. This is known as cheating. It's a cheating age. We should not do that. It doesn't mean that the also so-called following Vedic society is not our goal. Vedic culture, so-called culture, which is extensively discussed with so many rules and regulations, so that is also not our purpose of the life. We are just there to take the help from the system, Varnashrama system, whatever is there, so which is there for time being before entering to the pure devotional service. So we need the help of that, that's why we take. But our goal is not to become a perfectionist in the Varnashram system. No, that is not at all our goal. So our simple goal is we need some set of rules and regulations for the time being. That we should understand. So to engage our that means when we are not engaged ourselves in the pure devotional service, in that time, so we have to have some system that is for that sake. So that's why people who are not in the pure devotional platform, they also should follow. So dharma, what kind of dharma? Then garbhadhan samskara they should do, then how should do they do? They should follow garbhadhan or not? So they should follow, then how to do? That's why knowing that our devotees, they need, that means who are aspirants for the pure devotee, but they are not in the pure devotional platform, for them there is a need of these kind of things. So for their sake, our great acharyas foreseen and he have given the instructions also. Who is that? Gopal Bhattu Goswami gave instructions. Satkriya Saradipika, he was mentioning how to do these samskaras. But if you are in this platform, you don't need to follow anything. In the Uddhava Gita also we see, because he is transcendental. He is above from all the designations, and whatever the sin is there, that already saying, the beginning of the pure devotion is full surrender, strong faith. So that is full surrender. And Lord is saying, Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayisya. So I am going to clean you from all the sins. Already he said, then do you need to follow any samskaras in this platform? If you follow any samskaras, then what it will be? You are not trusting Krishna's statement. So that's why in the pure devotional platform, there is no need to follow any kind of purificatory processes. Samskara means purificatory process. But samskaras are required for whom? Those who are not in the pure devotional platform, who are not full surrendered to the Krishna. For them it's must. But sometimes you can see pure devotees who are there in the pure devotional platform, they are also following only for the sake of setting an example, and they don't have any faith that if I don't follow this purificatory process, my sin will be there, and I have to fear of that sin. Such a feeling if we have, then what it is indicating? Lack of faith, lack of trust on Krishna statement, whatever he said, sarva dharman parityajya. Already he is saying that I am cleaning all your sins if you surrender, but still you are not believing him. So that's why they don't need to follow this, but still they follow only the sake of. So they follow other sake, that is just setting an example. Yeah, that is a worship, that is not a purificatory process. So that's why how to do this is being said, and in Mayapur our friends are giving training. You can come for that when you have time. In having sex life to beget children, one should observe the process for begetting nice children. That's why Garbhadhan Samskara is very much needed. And that means if they don't follow Garbhadhan Samskara, so there is no cleaning of the Garbha. If Garbha is not clean, then demons will enter. Uncleanly places means you are going to study in the next coming chapter, 20th chapter. Wherever there is uncleanness, there will be Bhuta Pretas. Ghost will be entering there. So uncleanness means ghost will be entering. So if the womb is not clean, then who will enter in there? Ghostly nature whoever is having, those souls will be entering there. They will be happy to stay there. That's why Garbha should be cleaned by the Garbhadana Samskara. Cleaning means not just, so sometimes we think that Varna Shankara means, oh, his wife is having illicit sex with someone and then, so whatever children comes, that is Varna Shankara we think. That is Varna Shankara? That is of course Varna Shankara. Only that much? What else? Even if girl is thinking about another man, so she is wife of some ex, but she is thinking about ex Y. And Y is in his heart. And even physically he relate with him, but the children is Varna Shankara only. That's why in the olden days they were very, very, that means chaste. Chastity of the girls are very important to reduce our preaching burden. If girls are not chaste, then your preaching burden will increase. Because more demons will come and they try to stop your endeavors. So everything is important actually. It's not that girls are less important. And nowadays, because of co-living, what is happening? I recently came to know this in Hyderabad when I was there. So people are saying, co-living is very common, they are saying. And it's very horrible actually. Before marriage, these girls and boys, they are staying together. It was there when I was working in Bangalore. At that time, very rarely we can see. That means in the colleagues, very few. But now it is very common, they are saying. Is it like that? Yeah, you also don't know, very good. Co-living means boys and girls. That means before marriage, they share their room, everything. Everything they will share actually. This is co-living. Living relation only, so they say nowadays co-living. And such a co-living boys, maybe in the future that means this will become very common in the hostels also. Boys and girls might be staying together, then how you'll preach? How you'll go to the rooms and preaching actually? Huh? What, Prabhu? It will become very difficult actually in future because of the demonic mentality is increasing, Rajas and Tamas. It's very hard to find some good people. So that's why Prabhupada wanted to have our own communities, and also we should replace these educational systems with Varnashrama colleges. This will help make the people to be in the mode of goodness. So that it is easy to progress in devotion, also it is easy to organize the society. Now people also very frustrated people they are, because all the time their mind is agitated by the mobiles. Being agitated by these mobiles, half an hour they cannot sit patiently and hear the things. Now the situation will come like that. And their brain will be completely inactivated. Because of artificial intelligence, even the small boys, if they have mobile, even teacher give any questions, answers they can get from artificial AI. If they ask AI, then she will be giving very nice answer. And he will not use his brain also. And you try to explain such a boy, then the education system also they will change. Whoever is able to use AI efficiently, he is given with the job. Because there is no need of thinking, na? In future it will be there like that. Now whoever is able to use the tools more efficiently, he is giving that means job and everything. The post is given. So that kind of situation will come, then there is no self-sufficient thinking. That means there is no ability of thinking. Then for that people, what you will explain then? What we are going to explain? How they can understand this? But now you see Western people, nobody is there as a devotees actually. If you count it, when the time of Prabhupada, there are so many Western devotees. Now, Western devotees are very drastically reduced. In Europe countries and also American countries, almost all zero actually. If you see the temples also only, Indians only are going. So this is a situation, if Westerns, they become automatically frustrated and turn towards this. I don't know when it will happen. But now it is not happening. So many Westerns still they are enjoying more and advancing this. Yeah, in the somewhere it comes in the Bhagavatam. If one go to the extremity of the sense gratification, then he will get frustrated by getting so many diseases. So if you do a lot of and sex enjoyment, then his body will be completely gone. That means he will be getting so many diseases. By that frustration, he may get the vairagya. So, but but the point is, so one should do such an enjoyment, then only. Otherwise, no. Like if you fire is there and if you put a lot of ghee on that, then fire will be extinguished. So similarly, if you put heavy sense gratification, if you provide, then they will be finished. Finished means he is also finished by that time. Very difficult actually. So, but that is not that means the right thing. Kamayesha, Krodesha, Rajoguna, Sabdo, Mahashano. Mahashana means it will increase only. If you give the objects of senses to the senses, the desire will be increasing only. So it's very difficult actually. But even if they get frustration, until unless if they don't get the mercy of pure devotee, they cannot accept bhakti. Automatically by material things, frustration from the material things, can anyone become devotee? No, it's impossible. Jivatma cannot turn back, turn towards the Lord. There is a need of sadhu. Next sloka. Tavadi daityau sahasa vejjamanatma paurushau vaurudhate smasarena kayena dripati iva. These two demons who appeared in ancient times soon began to exhibit uncommon bodily features. They had steel-like frames which began to grow just like two great mountains. So here, acha. ब्रह्मशापेपि भगवद्भक्तानां सर्वाधिक्यम् इति बोधयितुं तयोः अकृतैः अतिसुकृतैः त्रैलोक्याधिपत्य बलप्रभाव योगैश्वर्यादीनि कृतैरपि बहुभिः दुष्कृतैः नरक यातना गन्धमात्राभावं च वक्तुमः तावो इति. टच ही नहीं करना है. Don't touch. From this sloka onwards we can see this Jaya Vijaya, even they were cursed by the Brahma, that means Brahmanas, Brahma Shapa means, but they are devotees of the Lord. So that's why devotees of the Lord far superior, and they have the supremacy in everywhere, in everything. Even if they got cursed by the Brahmanas curse. So to show that, so you can see this sloka. That means here you can see Jaya Vijaya, or other Hiranyakashipu Hiranyaksha. Now they are Hiranyakashipu Hiranyaksha. They didn't do any kind of yoga practices. But now still they are becoming so big. They are touching the sky, such a big body they are getting immediately after birth. And how it is happening? And their body is like a steel frame. That means they didn't do any kind of yoga sadhanas. They didn't do any kind of pious activities. But still they are getting the powerful body because of their devotees actually. So Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, they go for, that means after coming out from mother, immediately they started growing and they are showing all the extraordinary powers. So that's why Bhagavad Bhaktanam Sarva Adikyam. They are the devotees. And also it is done by Leela Shakti. Devotees are under control of Leela Shakti. And also they have killed so many people. And they disturbed Brahmanas in so many ways. Even they did so many such heinous activities, did they get any kind of naraka? No. So, dushkrutaihi narakayatana gandha matra abhavam. You don't see any tinge of they are suffering because of these misdeeds. This is saying that, so their supremacy, being devotees, their supremacy is shown actually. There are two classes of men in the world. One class called the demon, and the other class is called demigod. The demigods concern themselves with the spiritual upliftment of human society, whereas demons are concerned with the physical and material upliftment. That means demons always think for the making the luxurious things, arranging the luxurious things for the people. This is their goal actually. But demigods, they are always lifting the consciousness of the society, spiritual consciousness. That's why previously the sages, rishis, even they have so many mystical powers and they can do so much sense gratifying objects for the common society, but they didn't give. What is the reason? Because that's not good for the society. It's not that they don't have any kind of the powers like the nowadays scientists, whatever they have powers. So those were there with the previously with the rishis also. Even they have more subtle powers. But those are all obstacle for the human life. Human life is not meant for the sense gratification. Tapo divyam putraka. Human life is meant for the tapasya actually. So enjoyment means it is there in the upper planets. So, and also punishment is there in the lower planets. But so doing tapasya, that is possible in the human life. So that's why humans should not be given with so many facilities. Otherwise they will get sleep. तपस्या is needed actually. चलो तो थोड़ा समय एसी बंद किया जाए. हाँ. Even after doing so much sin. Yeah.
But somebody can argue that they are killed by Lord.
That is also Lord's Leela. He said, nah, he is taking back his parshas to his abode. That is only drama. That's Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha.
But this argument that they are giving that they are devotees because of not getting reactions of sinful activities. But somebody can argue that they are not got reactions because they killed by Lord and not killed.
That is also there, especially in their case, it's killed. So Lord knows that they are his own devotees actually. Lord kills so many demons also, definitely, out of his mercy.
Killing also is mercy upon them.
Yes. So here they are devotees, that's why he's taking the charge on them. So next, that two demons born of Diti began to make their bodies as strong as iron frames. So these demonic people, they always ऐसा ही जिम बनाएंगे, जिम में जाके body बनाना, ये करना, वो करना, ये सब. They all do this actually. So this is so-called material advancement. And bada road banana. That's why politicians means, the leader of the society means, he has to really promote cow protection. So also the agriculture and simple living and also God consciousness, Krishna consciousness. Then they are real leaders. But even the so-called leaders, whoever is coming, whatever party is coming, they are all saying that how to get the more and more Western investors in India and have the more and more big companies here and lot of industrialization and lot of advancement. Can you say he is a perfect leader? No, actually. Such a leader, nobody is there now. That's why Prabhupada says, we don't want to align with any kind of political parties like this, who are not centered around the Shastra. And that's why he is saying we should create our own communities and create our own, preach more and more people, and we should have our own government. उन लोगों को मारो गोली, कोई जरूरत नहीं उनका.
Leader is devotional. He believes in God. But because of social conditionings, our opposition party is not able to take.
He is not a leader then. He is a follower of society. So leader means he will lead the society. That's why I'm saying there is no leader like that. Prabhupada is very strong in these things. He wanted reformation of the society by just, so devotees has to take, that will be going to happen, definitely. Pure devotees, when they desire means it will happen. The two demons born of Diti began to make their bodies as strong as iron frames, and they were so tall that they seemed to touch the outer space. They were decorated with valuable ornaments, and they thought that this was success in life. Originally, it was planned that Jaya and Vijaya, the two doorkeepers of Vaikuntha, were to take birth in this material world, where by the curse of the sages, they were to play the part of always being angry with Supreme Personality of Godhead. See, Prabhupada, ये लाइन को यदि आप बहुत हल्का से लेंगे तो आपको बहुत कुछ समझ में ही नहीं आएगा. प्रभुपाद क्या बोल रहे हैं? Just they are playing as a role of, that means showing anger. So they were to play the part of always being angry with Supreme Personality of God. Like in the drama we play like that. That means it is indicating that, yeah, Prabhupada always, first of all, he studies commentaries, understand the tattva, then he will write the lines. And that line, those lines are is having this so much deep and inner meanings. Now we are seeing this Jaya and Vijaya Anima, they took and then they became small, they entered. Those much is there in the Acharya commentary. But if you see here, Prabhupada in writing in a simple line, he will not give you so much explanation of that. क्योंकि अभी इतना समय देकर पढ़ने वाला तो कम हो गया आज, समझने वाले भी कम हो गए, तो नींद आ जाते हैं. थोड़ा सा भी समझ में नहीं आते, 1 मिनट का एक लाइन, तुरंत माइंड ऑफ हो जाते हैं, इंटेलिजेंस स्विच ऑफ हो जाती है. चलो थोड़ा सा रेस्ट ही ले लो, तो बुक पाई साइड में रखो. थोड़ा हल्का फुल्का रहेगा तो थोड़ा सा अंदर जाएगा, नहीं तो नहीं. This is quality is reduced. That's why Prabhupada also, so details he kept it, that means hidden. But inside it is there. If we are serious, then he is asking to study the other Acharya's commentaries and understand the more and more. But initially, if you give so much load, so this is very difficult for them. But when they come to the bhakti process, and by using this purpose, they come to the bhakti process and they are eating prasadam, they are regularly chanting holy name and associating devotees. By this, purification is happening, and then after that, they are becoming eligible to go more deep. So as much as you progress in your sadhana and devotional life, you have to go more deep into the philosophy. And you should also study very deeply Prabhupada books, and also you should read other Acharya's commentaries also. There is no contradiction, don't worry about that. If you read other Acharya's commentaries, then I will be out from this bhakti. These are all simply speculations. No. So fact is, you will become more loyal to Srila Prabhupada. As demonic persons, they became so angry that they were not concerned with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but simply with physical comforts and physical upliftment. Okay, next. Divis Prushau Hema Kirita Kotibir Niruddha Kastau Spuradanga Baju Gam Kampayanto Charanai Pade Pade Katya Sukanchar Kamatitya Tastatu. Their bodies became so tall that they seemed to kiss the sky with the crest of their gold crowns. They blocked the view of all directions, and while walking shook the earth at every step. Their arms were adorned with brilliant bracelets, and they stood as if covering the sun with their waist, which were bound with excellent and beautiful girdles. So they are being explained, they were having such a tall body and stopping all the directions, and also they are having such a heavy, that means bracelets and so and so. In the demonic way of civilization, people are interested in getting a body constructed in such a way that when they walk on the street, the earth will tremble, and when they stand, it will appear that they cover the sun and the vision of the 4 directions. Bodybuilders ka hi hai na kaam. If a race appears strong in a body, their country is materially considered to be among the highly advanced nations of the world. Bodybuilders जिस देश में ज़्यादा हैं वो लोग more advanced हैं. प्रजापतिर्नाम तयोरकार्षीद् यः प्राक् स्वदेहादमयोरजायत तं वै हिरण्यकशिपुं विदुः प्रजा यं तं हिरण्याक्षमसूतसाग्रतः. Kashyapa, Prajapati, the creator of the living entities, gave his twin sons their names. The one who was born first he named Hiranyaksha, and the one who was first conceived by Diti he named Hiranyakashipu. ये क्या है? दोनों बड़ा है, दोनों छोटा भी है. Twins. In the twins, now Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, who is elder one? Huh? How? Who? Very good, intelligent boy. So what is the definition of elder? That should be the first question actually. So when, that means in the case of twins, what happens? So two times that liquid from this injection of the liquid from the male will happen two times. Means 2 drops. So 2 drops will go and mix with the liquid from the female actually. Shronitam. So because of that 2 drops they are going and so mixing with that, that's why 2 pindas will be made. So the first drop is going and mixing, then that is known as first conceived baby. And then second drop go and mix with the female's liquid, then that is a second conceived baby. So that means from conceiving point of view, if you see, Hiranyakashipu is elder, first. And but when taking birth from that means coming out from the womb of mother, so first in, last out. Philo. First in, last out. Or otherwise, last in, first out. LIFO. I think in the microprocessor you have seen, na? This is. Arrays also. Like the stacks. So here, last in, first out. Who is last in? Hiranyaksha was last. So that's why he'll be coming first out. So that means from the mother womb, he is coming first out. According to that, coming out from the mother, if you take that is a principle, then who is elder? Hiranyaksha is the elder. But if you see in the point of conceiving, then Hiranyakashipu is elder. So then whom we should consider to decide elder? Mother side or father side? Conceiving or the coming out from womb? Conceiving. Why? Because is a male. That means father is important. Based upon important means based upon father only. So boys pradhana actually. Even mother and father, who is pradhana? Male and female, who is pradhana? Male is pradhana actually. So that's why since male is pradhana, this is taken like that. Hiranyakashipu is elder son. So he is saying Pitrukramena Hiranyakashipuhu Jeshtaha Pitra Kashyapena Tasyeva Ado Avahitatvat Tatha Matrukramena Hiranyaksho Jeshtaha Matra Ditya Tasyeva Ado Prasutatvat Evam Krama Dvaividyena Dayorapi Jeshtatve Pituhu Pradhanyat. Father is Pradhana than the mother. Bija Pradhana, the field is Pradhana. Bija. Seed is important. Of course, field also. But if you relatively if you see, Bija is important. There is an authoritative Vedic literature called Pinda Siddhi. In Pinda Siddhi only it is explained that what is said, Yada Vishedvida Bhutam Bijam Pushpam Pariksharat Dau Tada Bhavato Garbhau Suti Vesha Viparyayau. So Pinda Siddhi. This is the Ayurveda part actually, part of the Ayurveda Shastra. This is saying that. So whenever the first conceiving will come last, and last conceived baby will come first out from the womb, that is said in the Pinda Siddhi, based upon that Prabhupada is writing here. So in which that means sloka is there. Prabhupada writes all his purpose following the commentaries of Acharyas. It may not be, if you want sloka, then you can see commentary. In which the scientific understanding of pregnancy is very nicely described. It is stated that when the male secretion enters the menstrual flux in the uterus in 2 successive drops, the mother develops 2 embryos in her womb, and is in the hand of male. Male can do this. 2 drops should go and mix like that. It's not in his hand. He cannot control this. Based upon their karma, both mother and father's karma, it will happen. It's not in our hands. Otherwise, everyone will get the 2. And she brings forth. Okay, चलो आगे बढ़ो. वही same. चक्रे हिरण्यकश्यपुर द्वारभ्याम ब्रह्म रवेण च वशे सपाला लोकान त्रीन कुतो मृत्युरुद्धतः. The elder child Hiranyakashipu. No, that's why you are saying elder child. Father is followed. So was unafraid of death from anyone within the 3 worlds because he received a benediction from Lord Brahma. He was proud and puffed up due to the benediction, with this benediction, and was able to bring all 3 planetary systems under his control. As will be revealed in the later chapters, Hiranyakashipu underwent severe austerities and penances to satisfy Brahma and thus receive a benediction immortality. We can see in the 7th canto. Actually, it is impossible even for Lord Brahma to give anyone the benediction of becoming immortal, but indirectly Hiranyakashipu received the benediction to that no one within this material world would be able to kill him. In other words, because he originally came from the abode of Vaikuntha, he was not able to kill by anyone within this material world. The Lord desired to appear himself to kill him. One may be very proud of his material advancement in knowledge, but he cannot be immune to the 4 principles of material existence, namely birth, death, old age, and disease. It was the Lord's plan to teach people that even Hiranyakashipu, who was so powerful and strongly built, could not live more than his destined duration of life. One may become as strong as puffed up by as Hiranyakashipu and bring under his control 3 worlds, but there is no possibility of continuing life externally or keeping conquered booty forever. So many emperors have ascended to power and they are now lost in oblivion. That is the history of the world. So Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, they are all coming from Vaikuntha. They cannot be killed by any human beings or any species actually. That's why Lord comes every time and kill them. So here that is the point. Another thing is, Hiranyakshonujastasya priyah priti krudanvaham gadapanirdivam yato yuyutsur mrugayan ranam. तो हिरण्याक्ष का क्या हालत है देखिए. His younger brother Hiranyaksha was always ready to satisfy his elder brother by his activities. Hiranyaksha took a club on his shoulder and traveled all over the universe with a fighting spirit just to satisfy Hiranyakashipu. भैया जैसा करेंगे भाई भी वैसे ही करेंगे. To satisfy him, he took a strong club and started. So finding for what? Ranam Mrugayan. Ranam Mrugayan means he is looking for a fighting. He wants some fighter who can give a competition to him. The demonic spirit is to train all family members to exploit the resources of universe for personal sense gratification. Whereas the godly spirit is to engage everything in the service of the Lord. Hiranyakashipu was himself very powerful and he made his younger brother Hiranyaksha powerful to assist him in fighting with everyone and lord it over material nature as long as possible. If possible, he wanted to rule the universe eternally. These are demonstrations of the spirit of the demonic living entity. So that's why, this scientific approach is only that. And we are also illusioned by that. Our devotees also very grossly illusioned by that, and they are so losing their goal of the life and assisting them to get a small bread and butter. थोड़ा रोटी कपड़ा के लिए दिन भर उन्हीं का काम करने लगा, है ना? क्या करें, नहीं तो हम लोग जीव ही नहीं पाएंगे, ऐसा सोचने लगा. Prabhupada was condemning this kind of nature. We have in 7,000 congregation in our Mayapur, and also we have so much land, and I am taking care of that. So we are requesting, many times I said in the class also. So please come and take a few little piece of land. Whatever vegetables you need, you can just take this piece of land and you produce and use it for your sake. And whatever, if you get some excess, give to our Radha Madhav, no problem. Take some 5 katta, 10 kattas of land, so a few square feet, and produce. Nobody is interested. They want to pay 100 rupees for vegetables for kg, but nobody is interested. And you have a lot of time. Lot of time is there. It's not that they are very busy. And to produce little in the little space, if for a family, whatever, cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, or the tomato, bagun, everything you can produce. Very easy in Mayapur. You know, Mayapur land is like a gold. It's gold actually. Whatever you put, immediately it will come out. And it's not at all a difficult task. I used to put tons and tons of vegetables. And just no hard work at all. It's very, very fertile land. Just we are having the land behind to the Jalangi. And very fertile land. Only the thing is you have to save that from the insects. So that also we have remedies. We created some organic, so insect repeller. That means it Keet Niyantrak. It will make all the insects to go out. That is only the task actually. Otherwise work is very easy. थोड़ा सा काम करेंगे तो body भी fit रहेगा actually. If you after the japa, if you come and do, so for 1 hour, so physically service, so you'll be feeling lot of, that means fresh. And when you walk in the mud, your muscles also will get the proper exercise. And also all negativity will go on the bank of the river. Nice winds are blowing, and you are working early morning, 7:30, 7 o'clock like that in the field. So sweating and feeling after that you'll feel so fresh, and you like to eat also a lot. And that means no need to think what to eat and what to not eat. You put everything inside, it's grinded so easily. And you can feel so energetic also whole day, and also you can sleep such a strong sleep, so you'll forget where you are also. Sometimes if you wake up, so it will take 2-3 minutes to come out and I am here. Because you go to the Shushupti actually. And you'll get the Brahmanandam in the sleep also. No dream state, no dreams. So many advantages are there. And lot of that means and also you can get fresh vegetables. You produce this, and you produce vegetables and you are giving to Radha Madhav. By your just sweating you brought this. When you see those vegetables also, you'll feel so happy. This is my sweat actually. And when you go and take and give to the Lord, so you feel so satisfaction. When you earn something here and there, some so-called money, and by that if you purchase someone's production and give to the Lord, it is not going to give so much happiness actually. And on top of that, if you cook, I also cook actually. So if we cook and if you offer to the Lord, उसमें तो और भी अलग ही आनंद आता है actually. वो मजा तो और भी बड़ा ही है. So you produce, that means from the day you sow the seed and you brought those vegetables. Now you cut it, and after that you are offering, cook yourself. You cooked, and with love if you offer, then Krishna will think, "Arey, beta, bahut acha hai to." So like that. Our life is very simple actually, but we are habituated to the sinful life. Simple life we rejected, and we accepted sinful life because of anarthas. There is a lot. That's why we are not able to accept this simple life. So there is a lot of contamination is there. What difficulty is there actually to produce the vegetables? I am not saying artificially. I am a farmer actually. I am producing. Everyone, that means Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, for all these, producing your own food should be the common activity for everyone. Because what is Apad Dharma for the Brahmana? So agriculture. Krishi is the Apad Dharma for Brahmana also. So that's why Apad Dharma should be learned by everyone. So that's why all Brahmacharis also should learn this. Prabhupada was saying in his so many morning walks and room conversations, Brahmacharis should learn, but they should teach. Why they should learn this? to teach to others. Brahmacharis also should learn, and our brahmachari should all the time engage in physical service. At least 3 to 4 hours is needed for brahmacharis. Otherwise, brahmachari is impossible. और सब सपना ही है, क्योंकि जब बॉडी टाइट नहीं रहेगा अंदर माल कुछ नहीं रहेगा, सब निकल के बाहर आ ही जाएगा। कि सच है बात है भैया, तो आप ऐसा मत सोचिए कि ये तो शास्त्र भी कहती है। तो दैट्स ए फिजिकल सर्विस इज ए वेरी वेरी मच इम्पॉर्टेंट, and you have to clean the temple, and you have to physically engage in all these services. And if we don't do, भक्ति का बात तो बाद का बात है, पूरा माल निकल जाएगा, पूरा शरीर वीक होकर ऐसा हर रोग से आप पीड़ित रहेंगे। If there is no potency of the brahmacharya, all the diseases will be there in the body. That is the cause actually for the diseases. So that's why physical service is very very important, and that too also should be dharmic. So if you get direct services to the Lord like cleaning temple and these things is wonderful, very good. Washing the pots and this is definitely very good thing actually. But so my main point is family people, they should produce their own food. Even in the cities also they can produce by having the terrace gardening. So many people, outside people who are not devotees, they are simply pious people, and they are very much concerned about this nature, and immediately, first of all, forget, you are given, you are fed with so much poisonous food, and that is disturbing your consciousness and your health, and you are willingly, that means you are seeing it's a poison and we are accepting that. Such a ignorance it is, you see. It's a strong ignorance for us. And struggling we ourselves, so not having the fitness in the body because of the weak, that means such a contaminated food, poisonous food we are eating, and there is no replace and no thinking. I don't know what is our goal of life. Even if you want to enjoy materially, you should accept that. Na? If you think you are in the pure devotional platform, then you are concerned about the other living entities. So because of this heavy usage of these pesticides and fertilizers is spoiling the nature. That means a pure devotee is concerned about even a small ant also. So in what way we are actually? Where we are? In which platform actually? This platform, not that platform. Huh, Prabhu? So that's why it is very, very important. Prabhupada, that's why I wanted our own communities and produce our own food. Produce whatever you need, consume whatever you produced. This is the Prabhupada's again and again. That's why in 1966, West Virginia, New Vrindavan project was started. And he wanted to see people peacefully live. And communal feeling also, you see, being a community member of this, our society, devotee society, we are all Krishna conscious movement. And we should be having the community feeling also. As a member of the community, so we should make our people as together. Kalau Sangha Shakti. So even for that sake also, if you want to progress nicely into devotion, we should not dependent on anyone. And our society, our rules should be set by us. And a devotee whom you are preaching, and he should not be controlled by someone else. He should be following the path of the bhakti, and he should be always engaged in the devotional services and in the line of the devotional services. And you might be preaching for 1 hour, but whole life is controlled by people who are interested in money and the sense gratification and want to kill the cows and eat the cow flesh. So they are all working for them. This is diluting our mission. Na? आप पानी डाल रहे हैं और दूसरे आके उधर पॉइजन डालते जा रहे हैं उसी पौधा पर। मैंने एक डिवोटी को भक्त की, मैंने किसी को भक्त बनाया और उनकी हृदय में भक्ति के बीज डाले हैं आप, और उसको पानी डाल रहे हैं हर वक्त अपना एसोसिएशन देकर, और उसी भक्त के हृदय में वो लोग सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन भर रहे हैं। तो क्या हो रहा है एक्चुअली? वेयर योर एनर्जी इज गोइंग? एंड कंप्लीटली सो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ output is going to come in the future? Nothing actually. No progress. Because they are always associating the non-devotees. We read always, that means atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha janasangascha laulyancha shadbir bhaktir vinashyati. Janasanga, we are all saying. So janasangascha laulyancha shadbir. Janasanga means associating with the materialistic people. Whole day, only in weekends, 1-2 hours, they are associating us. Remaining 6 and 7 days actually. 6 days completely from morning 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock to night, evening actually 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Even after that also they are completely associated. And then what? So in that kind of association, how can you expect that those will be going to do the devotion? And what is the solution? So they will be like that for generations of generation. So is there any, that means Prabhupada didn't give any solution for that? And they will be in the wrong system, and they are in the association of devotees, and they are expressing so many problems, and you are counseling that and giving the patch-up results, patch-up solutions. Patch-up solutions, that means root. We should work on the root actually. Taking out from the non-devotee association is the root solution actually. So patch-up solution कितना भी दे देंगे तो क्या कितना दिन काम करते हैं वो? थोड़ा मोड़ा ऊपर ऊपर करेगा, उसके बाद सेम प्रॉब्लम. हर वक्त वही प्रश्न लेके आके रहते हैं आपके पास, और आप क्या क्या ढूंढ के देते रहते हैं. अरे रूट सॉल्यूशन दे दो भैया. जो रियल सॉल्यूशन जो प्रभुपाद दिए हैं उसको दे दो तो इजी हो जाएगा. Make them to make a Varnashrama research teams. So foresee that they should train in Varnashrama colleges, and finally they should so have their own clusters community. So cluster-based communities where the 10-15 devotees come together and have their own land, and let them so have their own society there. So such a societies has to be encouraged. At least if you plan now, after 20-30 years, it is going to happen. If you don't plan at all, there is no solution at all, and there is no happening of anything. It's a very, very Prabhupada mood. This is not, if we say that we are followers of Prabhupada, so we have to follow whatever instructions is given by him. ऐसा नहीं कि जो मुझे आसान है, थोड़ा मजा आता है, उतना तक फॉलो करूंगा, जो कठिन है उसको छोड़ देता हूँ. इसको फॉलोअर नहीं बोला जाता है. Then you cannot claim yourself as a follower of Srila Prabhupada if you don't want to accept the mood of Prabhupada. जो कन्वीनियंट जितना तक है उतना तक लेंगे, ये कैसा है ना? ये तो ये नहीं है ना. तो प्रभुपाद का है ना, कितना बार लेक्चर्स दिए हैं, क्योंकि ये भी सिद्धांत. इफ यू सी फ्रॉम द सिद्धांत, until unless you are not in the pure devotional platform, you should be in safe platform actually, where there is a mode of goodness and dharma. So that is very much needed. So to lift the people into the pure devotional platform, we are trying to bring together. That means we are bringing them to the one community and making them to associate in the devotees association. And all the time, that means we are providing the association of the devotees, and their life is according to the devotees leadership, devotee leadership. But demon leadership, they will call tomorrow there is a Janmashtami, and he will be calling, his boss is calling, this whole week you have to work for extra time. And he is your congregation member, and you are having the expectation that he is going to do some preaching work or do some service. Whom you will follow? Whom you will follow? Boss he will follow. And then that means they are our devotees, but they are controlled by materialistic people. किसके लिए? इतना के लिए ना. और किसके लिए? उनका कोई जरूरत है उनको फॉलो करनी, खाने पीने के लिए उसके बात सुनना है क्या? जो भगवान को तिरस्कार करते हैं, जो भगवान को मानते हैं, गाय को काट के खाते हैं. हमारा पेट भरने के लिए उनको जो भी बोला गया वो सब सुनेंगे. तो क्या कौन सा फेथ है ये? What kind of faith we have? Nothing is impossible. Actually, working hard is not a difficult thing. We are very much habituated to the sense gratification and enjoyment. So, and if we have this, human life is meant for austerities. And definitely, so we should have plan, at least plan for this. What is the next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, how we are going to bring up this into the society. There is a need to think in this area.
Prabhuji, you are very nice, this community building. But I was just thinking, rather than preaching educated devotees, educated people, making them into the Varnashram system. So can we do that, those who are already doing Krushi?
Very good. Actually, that is the best thing. We should go and do village preaching, village outreach programs. Actually, this was So another planning, this means Daiva Varnashram Ministry from our side, in every center we are going to request this. Village outreach programs, the village outreach cell, like how we are doing for the college preaching. Maybe college preaching should go on, even it should be increased. But few boys who are interested in doing the village preaching, there should be village outreach cell and they should be starting and going to regularly some certain selected villages and preach them and make them, that means devotees, and then after that, there are many things has to happen. Village preaching should happen, and also in the city there should be a research team which is planning for future community. Such a team where we are working on the different resources for the land and for the skills needed to have a society, agriculture skills, farming, and also cow protection, village technologies. No need to give whole time. If you are working also, maybe some few hours in a week you select some area. And now in future community, I want to be a farmer. So now in the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, when I was working in the 2008 and 9, I used to go to some farmers on the Saturdays and Sundays time and go to them and learn what they are doing and how they are doing, and also building the network, getting the contacts, getting the seeds, getting the so many ideas. So that if you can learn now, if there is a will, there is way. और ऐसा सोचते ही नहीं तो कैसा होगा एक्चुअली. If we don't think and we simply wipe off this idea to be independent and to be simple and we want to give the direction for the whole society, if we leave this idea, then what kind of change is going to come? So idea should not be so Prabhupada idea. So definitely keep on, as a sincere disciple, keep on enduring in a right way actually. Prabhupada said that first you have Varnashrama college, train the congregation who took the initiation, they have to be trained in the Varnashrama college, then sent to the farm communities. But we didn't do that. Immediately we sent in the farm communities and we failed. Then we are saying that is a failure idea. No, it's not a failure idea. We didn't follow Srila Prabhupada's idea actually. You don't have even one single Varnashrama college on this earth planet. But Prabhupada is saying that is the first thing, so to send them to the communities. Train them in the Varnashrama college. To start Varnashrama college, you need teachers. To have teachers, that means in the various fields, agriculture, cow protection, Gurukul education, village technologies, Dharma Shastras, Jyotisha, Ayurveda, you need teachers for this. From where these will be coming? In your congregation only they will be coming. When you ask them, so inspire them to make in weekend, that means after program, just for 10 minutes, just for half an hour, 1 hour, read first of all Srila Prabhupada's instructions on this area. That's a book is compiled speaking about Varnashrama Dharma. And let them come together and discuss. And then after that, that means after doing few days, like that, few months, so those people can take up the one area and how they became a software engineer. How they are learning the new tools and every day they are facing the competition. They are all having the ability actually. Only the thing is they need some inspiration. That should be given by all of us. So definitely brahmacharis, we are that means taking the responsibility of, taking forward this mission. So this dedicated brahmacharis has to give some input to them, they will do that. So that means they are working for the company for 12 hours. Now after 5 years, they want to come out from this. Let's start give the 1 hour, 2 hour in that area to do. And it's not a complex system. Vedic life is very simple actually. Learning these things are not at all a difficult thing. Very easy things. And previously, after going to the Golok also, if you want to do Raganu Bhakti, you have to come to the village life only, Baba. City life, laptop, कुछ consciousness चलेगा ही नहीं. गाय गोबर से ही चलेगा. ये तो ऑलरेडी पिछले मॉड्यूल में भी बोला ना मैंने. ये तो रागानु भक्ति माने following the Vrajavasis, not the following the so-called hi-fi techie culture. Following the Vrajavasis. Vrajavasis, they always work with the cows and land. And you have to do service to the Krishna the way they do. That is known as Raganu Sadhana Bhakti. So in that case also we have to come to the grounds only. Philosophically, if you see, that means who are not in the pure devotional platform, if you see in this diagram, for them also the Varnashram is needed. And also if you see Raganu Bhakti practitioner, if you want, you have to have that experience. If you want to keep your health good also you want. If you want to make your own sadhu sangha, if you want to increase that, for that also you need community. Any direction if you see it is needed actually. It is having multiple advantages. I hope. You all understood this? But at least don't speak against to this idea. Many, this is also having the very problematic actually. It's a big problem. Some are speaking against to this actually. Let them come and discuss how philosophically show that it is against the Prabhupada's idea. And from the acharyas, let them come and discuss and sit, have a discussion. So show me that where there is a, how you can skip the varnashrama dharma in the path of the devotion, in the progressing. So tavat karmani kurvita nanirvidyeta yavata matkathado shraddha yavanna jayate. So clearly it is said that until unless if you don't get the dhrada shraddha, you have to have the, so karma. Karma means as per the, so varnashrama dharma. Varnashrama dharma is not the goal definitely for us. So that's why if we really understand pure devotional service, definitely you'll understand the, what is the need of thy varnashrama dharma. If we are not understanding pure devotional service, we are having misconceptions about this, then we are messing up everything. So the path of devotion is not at all clear, then how we can progress? So this is also, and also that means nowadays people think that, oh, this varnash means अच्छा खाना और अच्छा से so हवा लेना और पानी पीना, ये है ना, ये तो हमको जरूरत नहीं, हम तो प्योर डिवोटी, हम तो भक्ति कर रहे हैं ना. अरे भाई, कौन सा भक्ति कर रहे हैं? Which bhakti you are doing, where, in which platform you are? So first of all, you should know, if you want to go to your final destiny, you should know where you are. And for that, you should know what is the whole track, whole path. And from there, how to progress. Otherwise, what is this? Bits and pieces here and there, something, and okay, satisfied, okay, fine, and whatever I am doing is fine. This should not go on. You should know the whole process. Jiva Atma, from the beginningless, away from the Lord, from there to the prema. How to turn, what is happening inside, where the obstacles, how to rectify that. Whole process has to be known very thoroughly. Whole Bhagavad is discussing this only. So, that's why Prabhupada is saying, whatever Prabhupada said is absolutely needed. Absolutely needed. And वो February का पढ़ा या नहीं पढ़ा मैंने? 1977 February 14th का. हाँ? हाँ? हाँ. Yeah. Prabhupada only saying in 1977 February 14th. Next sloka, chalo. Ouch, a break. Yeah. Break for 5 minutes.